It's January 4th and time for the 11th Beer of Christmas. And for Lisa, one more video after today.
Woohoo! He hasn't fired me yet. Totally shocked. Tonight, it's our salute to one of my two favorite characters in the Star Wars universe, Ahsoka.
So Lisa, one of your two favorite characters, the other being Grogu.
Mm-hmm.
So which beer did you pick for Ahsoka?
I picked Wild Little Thing from Sierra Nevada Brewing in Chico, California. It is a fruited sour at 5.5% ABV.
Nice. I selected Key Lime Pie from Martin House Brewing in Fort Worth, Texas. It is a sour Berliner Weiss with graham crackers and lactose, something you can't have. And it comes in at 6.2% ABV. Where is it? I don't know. So Lisa, really, this could just be the Lisa show. I could just sit here and drink my beer because Lisa, I know you say she's one of your two favorites. Sure. I always felt like she's your favorite.
Well, yeah. She's pretty cool.
She's pretty cool.
She is pretty cool. She is a little wild thing.
She is a little wild thing.
That's why I picked this beer.
Right.
She is small because she's young, obviously.
In the series where we meet her.
Right.
In the Ahsoka series we're going to get, she's an adult.
Right. But we haven't really seen much of that yet because it's not out.
Right.
So we have to go with what we know at this point. Right? I picked Little Wild Thing, and I will tell you a little bit more about that in a bit. Why don't you pick Key Lime Pie?
It seems like an odd one for her, right? I picked this because when we started out with Ahsoka, the first few episodes of Ahsoka, I did not like Ahsoka.
Really?
In the very beginning, start with the original Clone Wars animated series, she was super annoying.
Okay.
She knew everything. Nobody could tell her anything. She was kind of bratty. And I was like, ugh, every time she came on screen, I'm like, ugh, I can't believe this. But surprise, Ahsoka turns into a badass.
Okay.
And I read an interesting article. Dave Filoni, who directed the Clone Wars and I think is directing the Ahsoka live-action series, Dave Filoni intentionally made her bratty and annoying.
Okay.
In the beginning of the series so that her character could grow through that.
Right.
And so he made her annoying so that we could see her grow out of it.
Okay.
And become a character. And so later on, Ahsoka is one of my favorite characters.
All right.
But in the beginning, I did not really care for her. And so it was like, surprise, she's a badass. And that was, not that I didn't like this when I first started drinking it, but when I first heard about Key Lime Pie beer, that sounded like the worst thing ever. And I love basically everything Martin House does with the exception of the 3 pickle beers that currently exist, at least at the time of this recording, the 3 pickle beers. I say, I've not had one of them, the grape whatever pickle beer. Exactly. The other two were so bad. Why would I do that? I did not have a lot of faith that this would be good. I drank it thinking that, when we first had this, like, okay, I'm going to drink this, but this is going to be a miss. This is fantastic. This is a key lime pie in a can. It smells like key lime pie. It tastes exactly like you would think a key lime pie mixed with a beer tastes, except better because key lime pie mixed with beer sounds kind of gross. But this is really good. This is a surprise badass beer, and Ahsoka is a surprise badass character.
All right. Excellent. Well, just to go back to your pickle beer and hatred thereof, you've got to try the pickle beer as a Bloody Mary.
Okay.
So delicious.
Yeah, I don't like Bloody Marys though either. That's a
You're
miss
out.
for me.
That's all right. Well, I picked this. Part of the reason that I picked this beer for Ahsoka is because of the reason you said. We get to see her grow up. We get to see her be young, inexperienced, know-it-all. Maybe I was like that. Maybe not. Depends on who you ask. We get to see her grow out of these things, and we get to see her question authority, which is not always a bad thing, and question what she's being taught. And so much so, well, I don't know how much can we spoil, because people really may not have seen these episodes.
That's true.
So...
we won't spoil it too much.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the Jedi Order isn't for her.
There you go.
And that might not be a bad thing.
Yep.
So what is your favorite Ahsoka moment?
My favorite moment is when she battles Darth Vader. So Ahsoka starts out as Anakin's Padawan and follows him through thick and thin. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Anakin goes through his transition to Darth Vader. And Ahsoka's really not wanting to fight him, and yet really has to. I mentioned that the lightsaber battle between Yoda and Count Dooku in, I think, episode 2 was, at that time, my favorite lightsaber battle. I think the Ahsoka-Darth Vader lightsaber battle is my favorite. And that's animated, so there's a lot more. Of course, Yoda was animated in the battle.
Are you sure it wasn't real?
I'm pretty sure. I feel pretty sure about that one.
No costume.
No costume. No. So I think it was that battle between her and Anakin, and her standing up to him, and not just standing up to him, but standing toe to toe to him in that battle.
All right.
Yeah. What's your favorite Ahsoka moment?
My favorite Ahsoka moments are when she is questioning the authority. And kind of watching Anakin and watching him in this transition and really noticing something's up. Something's changing. Yeah. And kind of trying to warn others, yet there's this deference to authority that she has, and it's a big struggle. So it's pretty difficult for her.
Yeah.
So the whole thing. There's really not a moment. The whole thing.
So what do you think about the beer?
It's good. It's very light, which thank goodness after all the heavy beers we've had. It's light. It's refreshing. It would be a good summer beer.
It's only lightly sour. Mm-hmm. That's really not that sour.
Right. No, it isn't.
And this one's quite a bit more sour.
Right.
Sourer.
Yeah. I'm not tasting.
No, I know you're not.
It definitely smells like a key lime pie.
Yes.
I mean, absolutely. If you like key lime pie and aren't lactose intolerant, you should try that.
So last night's Love Child was pretty sour.
It was very sour.
Yeah. So this one is nowhere near that.
Nowhere near.
Yeah, not at all. Mm-hmm. That's more like, it's not even as sour as say, sour lime at Sonic.
Right.
It's not even that sour. It's just very lightly soured. This one's pretty heavily soured, but still not as sour as Love Child was last night.
All right.
I don't think.
Excellent. Tomorrow night is the last beer of Christmas.
The last beer of Christmas.
And you're ending it on a dark note.
It's Darth Vader. The whole thing is about Darth Vader.
Is it?
Even the sequel trilogy, episode 7, 8, 9, that's about Kylo Ren wanting to be Darth Vader.
Oh, okay.
All 9 are about Darth Vader.
All right.
His transition from child to Jedi to Sith to dead and inspiring the next generation.
Okay.
Of Sith. Or Sith wannabes. Whatever they were.
Sith wannabes. Join us tomorrow night for our tribute to Darth Vader.
In the meantime, leave us a comment below. Let us know which beer did you pick to represent Ahsoka, or what's your favorite Ahsoka memory. If you don't have a favorite Ahsoka memory, go to Disney Plus, watch the Clone Wars, watch Star Wars Rebel. Ahsoka shows up in that also.
Yep.
Watch last season's Mandalorian. Ahsoka briefly shows up in that. These are things you're going to want to watch before the Ahsoka series comes out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need to know more.
Yep. See you tomorrow.